Oh my. Wait. We're sending it. Full send. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Keelyana, but you can call me Keely. Today we're going to be installing a JDM Surikawa. Unfortunately I don't have the original packaging. This is all I have left of it because it's been on my car for about 3 or 4 weeks now. But today we're going to go through the install process of that, a little bit of the history, a couple pros and cons. And yeah, let's just get into it. I got my Chua 86 shirt that I got from Anime Expo, which by the way, my Anime Expo vlog is live on YouTube right now. Go ahead and check that out. This is the card that comes with it. It's really actually kind of cute. And then on the back it just says jdmsurikawa.com, which is the site that I got this from. Now the Surikawas come in a couple different shapes depending on where you're getting them from. This particular site, I know they have hearts, they have circles, they have something else, but I don't remember what it is right now off the top of my head, but I'll remember later. Anyway, let's just get into the install. Yeah. So for a little bit of history about these handles, this is called a Surikawa or a Bosozoku ring. These were a sign of rebellion in Japan. Gangs would actually steal these off the subways and hang them from their cars in the rear until they basically took so much damage from dragging on the ground that they broke off. This was a sign that your car was low enough if this ring touched the ground. So this definitely has its roots in a little bit of rebellion. Like I said, I got this one from JDM Surikawa, and they have a ton of different accessories actually for any car enthusiast. So go check them out if that's what you're into. So this can withstand quite a bit. This is a pretty hefty thing. Like this material, this white material, it's kind of like the material that like a tarp is made out of, but just like maybe like doubly thicker, but it's that kind of same feeling. And then this is a hard PVC ring, and it's rated to withstand like a lot. Like this can be installed by your exhaust, or you can install it where I have it here in the passenger side, or I guess the driver's side, but you know, vision. Driving. Yeah. And these come in, like I said earlier, a bunch of shapes, sizes. The strap comes in a couple different colors as well. So this is one. The other one has a black strap, but I decided to go for the white since my car is white and I'm basic like that. All right, so this process is actually really easy. When it arrives, it comes put together. So you just unscrew the 2 little screws that comes with it, and you'll end up with the 2 little screws and these 2 metal plates with circles in it. They're kind of like washer things. They're plates instead, and then you'll get this label. Like I said, this will all come assembled, so you're gonna have to disassemble it, but it's literally just using a Phillips screwdriver to unscrew it, so you'll be fine, I'm sure. So when you unscrew it, there's 3 like layers to this thing, right? There's one side of the loop, and then there's the loop that closes it. So the plates will be on the outside, so this side and this side. And then the tag, you just slip it in the middle, like either, you could really do either side, but I'm gonna put it on this inner side right here. If you wanna remove it, that's fine too. You don't have to have it on there. On the ring, there's also like a little piece that says JDM Surikawa on it. So I'm gonna face that actually inward because I mean, I don't know why anybody on the outside would want to know that it's JDM Surikawa, but you know, passengers gotta be in the know. So I'm just gonna take my visor down and slip it through the little arm. So yeah, we're gonna slip it right inside this little arm right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna slide it through there. I'm gonna go under and pull it from this side. And then I'm gonna close the visor so that I can pull it through this little, there's like a tiny gap between the arm and the visor, and that's where I want the Surikawa to hang. Just kind of wiggle it around a little bit, depending on your visor and depending on like how much you've used this thing or how pliable this thing is for you. You're gonna have to wiggle it around a little bit. So we're just going to line up the 3 little sets here so that the holes line up. The holes are pretty much lined up. I can see straight through all 3 layers. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the tag that says JDM Surikawa on it, And I can pick really if I want the JDM series collar to face inward, like I said with the ring, or towards the person outside the car. So, I mean, this is personal preference, but I'm gonna have it facing inward. So I'll go ahead and line that up right in there and then pull back this next layer of the strap. Like, don't lose these things, they're so tiny. It's a little hard to do if you're not like crazy nimble with your fingers, but we're gonna try our best. Then you're gonna take the little tiny screw. My housemate's leaving right now and he's just like, what the f is she doing in her car? So you're gonna slip the screws through. We're just gonna slip that through. Make sure when you're looking through here, this back part, that it goes through these two little holes, because otherwise your tag's just gonna fall straight off. All right, and then I'm gonna put the name tag on over them. So yeah, you're gonna get 2 plates. One thing that I forgot to mention is that of the 2 plates, they're not identical. One is slightly larger than the other. So make sure that the one that is larger is on the back. So the one that is thinner will be the first one that your screws will go through. With the larger one and the smaller one, you'll wanna make sure the flattest sides are against the strap. And then like I said, the smaller plate that's closest to you, so that has somewhere to screw into on the back end. The big plate is the one that has the threads in it, so obviously that's the one that the screws are going to screw into. I'm gonna just pull this through, and so I see this screw there. I'm gonna bring the big plate here and go ahead and attach it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten the top one first, and then I'll go back and put in the bottom one. Okay, so I screwed it only about halfway in, and then I'm gonna go back and make sure that the strap lines up with all the different components so I can see straight through the second hole, and make sure that when I screw it in, it's going to hold and everything is gonna be inside the little package. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick the second screw in since I see that it goes all the way through. All right, so, and I have, like I said, I have my little screws in my shift boot because I have nowhere else to put them, but if you have a little dish, it would be nice to keep track of those. You just wanna make sure you tighten them all the way up. You don't want this thing flying around. And hold the plate down so it can screw into there. That will bring everything together in a beautiful, beautiful package. Okay, and then now that the second one is in, I can just go back really easily and tighten the first one. And that'll pretty much complete the install. It's super easy. If I ever feel like changing it up, it's easy to take off. If I ever wanted to change the color, I could probably plastic dip this. Let me know if you guys have done that before. I'd like to know how that came out. You could change the strap. You could even kind of make your own strap if you're creative enough. I'm not, but it's definitely an option. I would just consider that some people might treat this as an actual handle. So you're gonna wanna make sure whatever's up here is strong enough. So just a couple things about this ring. One thing that I noticed immediately after putting it on, as the driver, especially in this kind of car, you can't really see the side mirrors very well. You can see them, but you see them through the ring. So if your vision's not like terribly good, it kind of annoys me a little bit that I have to look through the ring, and just the different depths between the mirror and the ring bother me a little bit, but not enough for me to want to take it off. And then, like I said, this has been on for about 3 or 4 weeks now. Okay, yeah, but if you look at it, you can tell it's been in that position for a while, and that maybe some force has been applied to it because it's definitely got a crease. I really don't care, but I don't know. It's just something for you to know. The ring is massive, by the way. I had no idea this ring was gonna be this huge. For size comparison, this is my Galaxy S8 Plus, and this thing is approximately like a little more than half its size as far as like the length goes. So it's pretty big. I thought it was gonna be smaller, but I'm a huge fan of it, so I'm not complaining. Just like a weird thing, I didn't check the dimensions or the measurements online, so that kind of caught me off guard. It withstands quite a bit of force, but like you saw earlier, it definitely creases the band if you do that for a prolonged period of time, so I would just be cautious about that. This definitely is not the most ideal handle because it moves all over the place. It's not stiff enough and it doesn't have quite the fulcrum or center of gravity. I don't know engineering, but it doesn't have, or physics? Anyway, it doesn't have that kind of stiffness to withstand, you know, like the handle on the door will do. So if you're looking for something like that, I definitely don't recommend this. This is for me more of a cosmetic thing. If you're looking for something cosmetically JDM, then maybe this is something for you. But if you're looking for some actual piece of hardware, this probably isn't it. All right, so the removal process is actually super easy. I mean, it's obviously just a reversal of what we did to put it on. But what you're gonna wanna do is take your Phillips screwdriver and just carefully remove the two tiny freaking screws on here. You wanna make sure not to lose these because these babies are tiny. Yeah, they're about like ½ an inch. They're pretty small, so don't lose them. Put them somewhere safe while you're taking the other one off. Okay, so I'm just gonna undo this one really quick here. Riveting content. Okay, so I've taken off the two screws. Here's the other one. Okay, so again, we have those two plates that we put on earlier. We have the little label. I'm gonna set those down in my shift boot and then just carefully unloop that from there and slide it out. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below for anything that you want to try in your car, and maybe I'll try it myself. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button to join the fairy flock. And if you want to get notified of the next video, make sure to jiggle the bell icon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!
Yeah.